And we're out here to express our solidarity and stand in solidarity with the ILWU as they take this stand on the real Labor Day, May 1st. And it's important that we recapture for the working class the importance of May Day in terms of getting the 8-hour day, to stop us from working 16 hours a day for the boss, 6 days a week, and to have a real, and now we need to actually take that struggle further and to have it where we reduce this from 8 hours to 5 hours so we can deal with the underemployment of people and get people to stand up. And when I say to reduce it to 5 hours, I also mean that that happens without a reduction in pay. So what we're here, so in terms of police brutality, the union is intimately aware of the relationship between the police brutality and their struggle. Because whenever we have been in struggle with the boss, the police have never been on the side of the working men and women of this country, or in any other country for that matter. And so that we have to confront brutality against individual people of color, poor people, working class people, because ultimately, as we empower the police department, we under-empower ourselves. So we have to rein in the police. We have to rein in this police state that we have become confronted with if we are going to further advance the cause of working men and women in this country.
We give you greetings today on the International Workers' Day. May Day! May Day is an international day celebrated around the world.
I want you to know we're standing at the Harry Bridges Plaza. And since we're here, and he founded this union so that workers, common people, can have an opportunity to provide food, housing, and love to their family, let us take a moment and be silent for him. Thank you. Hats off. Hats off. Hats off for Harry Bridges. Thank you. All right, thank you, brothers and sisters.
All right, brothers.
Listen, this is about solidarity. And many of you that was marching with the families and those of the community didn't really hear from the ILW union representative when they was marching in front of us. So before we start, we got to bring ourselves back. So let me start like this. What time is it? Union time. What time is it? Union time. What time is it? Union time.
All right, brothers and sisters. This is for the Black Lives Matter and People of Color Matter. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? I said, who let the dogs out? Sound off. Sound off. Break it on down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. What we want everyone to see is that the only way a change will come is that we have to be in solidarity. The ILWU and their support and their slogan, the injury to one is an injury to all. Let me hear you say it. An injury to one. An injury to one. The injury to one. And that's speaking to not just workers that have been killed on the job, but families that have lost loved ones out here in this community to police state terrorism. So let us remember, an injury to one is an injury to all. Now, right before I get started, I want you to know, those that are standing here with me right now are many families that have suffered the crime of police in our community. And they always have a chance to say a few words to you. So we would love for you to understand how critical this is for them. Quick history. I am affectionately known to the community as Uncle Bobby. I am the uncle of Oscar Grant.
All right.
How many of you saw the movie Fruitvale Station? Let me just see a raise of hand. I want to say thank you to all those who have supported the movie Fruitvale Station in regards to police terrorism. What I want to say now is this.
Excuse me, sorry.
We were invited to London by families in London called United Families and Friends Coalition. And who put us up, my wife and I, as we went over there to stand with those families, was the Railway, Maritime, and Transport Union. So I definitely want to give a shout out to them for having us over there and accommodating us so that we can support the families there. Again, to that union, I want to say thank you from this family. But what all of you should know is this. On 10/23/2010, the ILWU Local 10 shut down the ports here in Northern California on behalf of Oscar Grant. So we as a family, if union members here may have not heard this, but we as a family say thank you for supporting our family. Thank you.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
That was a turning point in history when we had that type of solidarity for the first time in California state history. Because of that solidarity, an officer was arrested, charged, convicted, and sent to jail. That could not have happened had it not been for the community and labor coming together to speak to a social issue that is the most devastating domestic issue that we have today, being killed in these streets by state-sponsored violence. Now, what I want to say to all of you is this. These families that I'm getting ready to call up, show your love for them because they definitely need your embrace, because we are clear. Without your embrace, we as a family would not have been able to stand, and because of your embrace, we were able. And these families need your support. They need labor to be a part of the community issues that we are experiencing on a regular consistent basis. You know, I'm going to deviate really quick for 1 second. Brother Tyson, could you come here? Could you do a 1-minute opening of a spoken word piece for us so that we can get in the mood for these families when they begin to speak?
How y'all doing? It's beautiful to be out here. Thank you all for being here, especially supporting the families. It's a beautiful moment. We represent a history. We represent a tradition of people who have been fighting back against those who have been trying to deny us the basic human rights, the opportunities that we should have. And that fight has to continue. But to pay homage to that history, and also to pay homage to the present and the future that we're trying to create for ourselves, I have a little something to share with you. And I represent the Justice for Mario Woods Coalition. I'm also a soldier for Uncle Bobby and the Oscar Grant family. This is tradition. We on mission, trying to carry on tradition. I know the government, listen, they fighting for extradition. They wishing my right to the First Amendment be rescinded. Cause when I'm penning these lyrics, the brothers and sisters in tenements hear it. They look in the mirror, they start feeling feelings. They follow me, marching down the block. Marcus Garvey appearing in the flesh for the second time. It's red, black, and green on the crest. Black star line, we been oppressed cause they been obsessed. Trying to suppress this intellect since Imhotep, the architect. State building. I'm on my Benjamin Banneker, Lewis H. Latimer, giving them light the reason they mad at us. They prefer in the shadow while we shining immaculate. Green with envy, cause they can't manufacture it. Got the African continent on my amulet feet. Color of burnt brass like Jesus of Nazareth. Every revolution needing a catalyst. From the passages, a spook who sat by the door, the protagonist. I'm moving like I'm Sam Green, Legion, green fatigues while these Uncle Tom Currits sipping their green tea. In these mean streets, the beast just went a feast. He just pulled up his seat, unfolded his handkerchief. It's like dinner reserved, Miss Yo, bon appetit. The judges, the police, the government on the sneak. The saga never ceased. The cycle on repeat. The torch was passed to me. I'm trying to carry on tradition for all my peoples to be free. Power to the people. All right.